Hello dear students, welcome back to EduHunt video lecture series. In this session, we are going to discuss about the reproduction and the life cycle of Funaria. That is an example of mosses. We have already discussed about the morphological features. Now, how it reproduces and how the life cycle completes in Funaria. Yes, now we discuss. As I mentioned it, that majority of the life cycle, most of the time, the plant spends in gametophyte phase. So the sporophyte, which is a short-lived one, though it is a short-lived one, it appears for some time. That is why both the gametophyte as well as sporophyte, both the phases of the life cycle alternate one after the other. So this is called the alternation of generation. One phase appears in the life cycle, and after that the second phase appears, and the second phase will give rise to the first one and the first to the second. Like that, an alternation of generation occurs, and the two phases of the life cycle నేను ఎప్పుడు చెప్తూనే ఉన్నాయి, గ్యామిటోఫైట్ అండ్ స్పోరోఫైట్ అని. ఈ స్పోరోఫైట్ గ్యామిటోఫైట్ రెండు కూడా ఒక స్టేజ్ తర్వాత ఒకటి వస్తూనే ఉంటాయి. దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ఆల్టర్నేషన్ ఆఫ్ జనరేషన్. అండ్ sporophytic phase, though it is a short-lived one, it is appear for some time in the life cycle. That is why the life cycle is described as haplodiplontic life cycle. Haplo means haploid phase is predominant. It is prominent and predominant. It is dominant over the diploid sporophyte phase. The sporophytic phase, it appears only after fertilization. As I have shown you that the Funaria, yes, this is Funaria plant. It has two branches, the main axis and the side branch. The main axis gives the male sex organs, anthrydiophore, and the antheridia are the male sex organs. And this is the, actually it is looking erect, but it is the lateral branch. Remember that the main axis, after reaching certain height and after maturity, after formation of the anthridiophore, its height and its growth is restricted. Its growth is halted after production of the sex organs at the apex of the main branch. But later on, the lateral branch develops. That is why the condition is said to be protandry. Funaria plants are protandrous. Proto means first. Androus is, it is male. That is, male sex organs comes to maturity than the female one first, before the female sex organs maturity. So that is why it is called protandrous. This is the side branch, lateral branch. Because of its growth, it dominates and it pushes the main axis to a side and it grows erect. After completion of the fertilization requires water. The male gametes swim in the water and reach the female gamete, that is archegonia. They have the egg inside the venter. the flask-shaped archegonia, they have these egg in the venter. This is the broad area, broad region of the sex organ. Archegonium is called the venter. This venter bears the egg, which is a haploid one. The male sex organs, they fuse with they swim in the water and fuses with the male sex or male gametes, not the sex organs. The male gametes, they swim in water and reach the functional female gamete. After fusion of this male gamete with the female gamete, once the fusion over, that is, once the fusion completes, it forms the zygote. Zygote is the first cell of the sporophytic phase. And it develops, the sporophyte is a diploid one because it is the resultant of the fertilization. Fertilization is nothing but fusion of the gametes. Fusion of the gametes, 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So, haploid plus haploid is equal to diploid. So, the two gametes, the male and the female gametes fusion, that is called fertilization, results in the formation of a diploid zygote, and this diploid zygote develops into a spore producing structure called the sporophyte. Gametophyte is the gamete producing structure. Gametes are produced in the sexual reproduction. Spores are produced in the asexual reproduction, and sporophyte is the spore producing structure. Spores are haploid in nature, and the mature sporophyte is differentiated into foot, seta and the capsule. The mature sporophyte has 3 regions in it: foot, seta, capsule. Foot is the basal portion of the sporophyte. Seta is the stalk-like structure, middle portion of the sporophyte, and the capsule, which is the actual spore-producing structure and the fertile structure, it is present at the apex of the sporophyte. Foot, it remains in the gametophyte. It remains embedded in the gametophyte. It draws the water from the gametophyte. It draws water from the gametophyte. It is embedded in the apex of the archegonial tissue, and it obtains its nourishment from the gametophyte. It functions as anchorage, that is support and absorption. Like foot acts as a root-like structure. The functions of root are anchorage, that is support, and absorption. Both the functions are served by the foot. So, foot, it is embedded in the archegonial tissue of the gametophyte, and it draws water or absorbs water, and also it gives support to the sporophyte, growing sporophyte. Seta, it is longer and stalk-like structure and bearing capsule at its tip. Capsule, which is the spore-producing structure, it is pear-shaped, green in color. Sometimes after maturation, it becomes yellow or even brown-orange color, and pendant-like structure. It is a pear-shaped and pendant-like. It just hangs downward, and its function is the production and dispersal of spores. Not only it produces the spores, it also spreads the spores, and it consists of 3 parts: the apophysis, theca and operculum. Apophysis, theca and operculum. These are the 3 structures of the funaria capsule. The 3 structures of the funaria capsule are apophysis, which is the basal portion of the capsule, and theca, which is a fertile region of the capsule. Actually, the spore sacs are present at the middle portion of the capsule called the theca, and the operculum, which is a lid-like structure, like dakkan antam kada, mootalaga untundi. So, apophysis, it is the basal portion and which is sterile, And theca, it is the central or the middle portion, which is a fertile one. It consists of spores. The spore bearing structures are called spore sacs. Numerous diploid spore mother cells are present. After meiotic division, the spore mother cells, they give rise to the haploid spores. These spores are dispersed by the structures called the peristomial teeth or the peristome, which helps in dispersal of the spores and dehiscence of the capsule. Just below the operculum lies the peristome. Just now I mentioned it. Peristome, it consists of two rings of teeth. Like we have two jaws, upper jaw and lower jaw. Upper jaw bears 16 teeth and lower jaw 16. Like that, there are two rings of peristomial rings are there. These two rings bear 16 and 16. 16 in the upper ring and 16 in the lower ring. The conical teeth called the peristomial teeth, they help in dehiscence of the capsule. Dehiscence, the spores are dispersed due to the hygroscopic nature of the exostome, the peristomial teeth. The peristomial teeth are hygroscopic in nature. They capture the moisture present in the environment, atmosphere. After capturing it, there are differential cell walls, differential thickness present in the cell wall. Because of the differential thickness అంటే ఏంటి, ఒక చోట థిక్గా ఉంటుంది, ఇంకో చోట పల్చగా ఉంటుంది. ఇలాంటి అనీవెన్ డిపాజిషన్, అనీవెన్ థిక్నెస్ వల్ల ఏదైతే పల్చగా ఉంటుందో అక్కడ స్వెల్ అవుతుంది, థిక్గా ఉన్న చోట స్వెల్ అవ్వదు. సో అనీవెన్గా స్వెల్ అవ్వడం వల్ల బర్స్ట్ అయిపోతుంది క్యాప్స్యూల్. బికాస్ ఆఫ్ ద peristomial teeth, because of the hygroscopic nature of the peristomial teeth, the capsule dehisces and the spores, they expel with a great force and they fall on the suitable ground. The spores which fall on the suitable ground will germinate and give rise to the protonema, that is the gametophyte. Germination of the spore. On getting suitable moist substratum, the spore germinates to produce a young filamentous prostrate and creeping structure called the protonema, the juvenile form of the funaria or the moss. Common examples of mosses are funaria. Just now we have discussed about funaria, and Polytrichum sphagnum. These are the three examples of mosses. This is the picture of life cycle of funaria, where we can see the gametophore, the leafy gametophore it is, and this leafy gametophore, after maturation, it gives out the sex organs, male and female sex organs. This is the archegonium, which is looking like a flask. This archegonium in its venter holds a single egg, which is a haploid one, and female gamete. At the tips of the main branches or the main axis, the antheridium are club shaped. Antheridia are club shaped. These are many in number, and each antheridium consists of several antherozoids, male gametes. These male gametes, each male gamete consists of cilia. With the help of these cilia or flagella, they swim in water and reach their destination, that is the functional male gamete. After fusion of this male gamete with the female gamete, it results in the formation of a diploid zygote, and this zygote, it undergoes division, and after division, after several determinate divisions, they produce the embryo, which is also a diploid one. From this, the gametophytic phase ends, and zygote is the first phase, first structure, first cell of the sporophyte. And this zygote, after division, it produces the sporophyte, that is gametophore. Sporophyte. This is the sporophyte. It bears foot, seta and capsule. Foot is embedded in the gametophyte, that is archegonial branch. Seta, it is long and it bears the capsule at its tip. This is the capsule. And calyptra. What is calyptra? What is calyptra? Calyptra is the protective layer that is formed around the zygote, develops from the venter of the archegonium. For example, archegonium undi kada. This is the archegonium. ఈ ఆర్కిగోనియంలో ఫర్టిలైజేషన్ జరిగింది. ఫర్టిలైజేషన్ జరిగిన తర్వాత ఏమైంది? ఎగ్ నుంచి జైగోట్ ఫామ్ అయింది. జైగోట్ డివైడ్ అవుతూ ఒక ఎంబ్రియోగా ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ అయింది. ఎంబ్రియోగా ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ అయ్యేటప్పుడు ఏం జరుగుతుందంటే, ఈ చుట్టూ ఉండే ఈ వెంటర్ ఉంది కదా, ఇట్ బికమ్స్ థిక్కర్. సో థిక్కర్గా ఇలా థిక్గా తయారవుతుంది ఫర్ ద ప్రొటెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ద జైగోట్. ఈ జైగోట్ పెరిగి 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 అంతా ఫుట్, సీటా, క్యాప్స్యూల్గా వచ్చి బయటికి ప్రొజెక్ట్ అయినప్పుడు ఈ వాట్ ఎవర్ ద ప్రొటెక్టివ్ లేయర్ దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ద క్యాలిప్ట్రా, అది రాలిపోతుంది. తర్వాత క్యాప్స్యూల్ నుంచి క్యాలిప్ట్రా రాలిపోతుంది. ఇక్కడ చూడొచ్చు మీరు, దిస్ ఈస్ ద క్యాలిప్ట్రా. ఎండిపోయి బ్రౌన్ కలర్లో క్యాలిప్ట్రా ఉంటుంది. తర్వాత సైజ్ పెరుగుతున్న కొద్దీ, క్యాప్స్యూల్ సైజ్ పెరుగుతున్న కొద్దీ క్యాలిప్ట్రా సెపరేట్ అయిపోతుంది స్పోరోఫైట్ నుంచి. దిస్ ఈస్ ద క్యాప్స్యూల్ LS and it bears 3 structures, 3 regions it has: foot, seta and capsule. Apophysis theca and operculum. Theca is the fertile region of the capsule, and the theca produces spore mother cells which are diploid in nature, and these diploid spore mother cells, they undergo meiotic division. Once they undergo meiotic division, the spores that are produced are haploid, and these spores are the first cells of the gametophyte. ఇక్కడ నుంచి gametophytic phase ఇది చూడండి, అందుకే ఇక్కడ నుంచి సెపరేట్ చేస్తారు. అంటే రిడక్షన్ డివిజన్ leads to the formation of gametophyte. Fusion, that is fertilization, leads to the formation of sporophyte. Gametophyte to sporophyte. ఇలా 2 phases లైఫ్ సైకిల్లో ఒకదాని తర్వాత ఒకటి రావడాన్ని alternation of generation అని అంటాం. Alternation of generation is nothing but occurrence of gametophytic phase and sporophytic phase, one after the other in the life cycle, is known as alternation of generation. But you can see most of the time the plant spends in gametophytic phase. That is why it is said to be, the life cycle is said to be haplodiplontic. Yes, with this we have finished Bryophyta successfully, and in the next session we'll discuss about the general characters of Pteridophyta. This is about Bryophyta. ఒక్కసారి రీక్యాప్ చేసుకుంటే బ్రయోఫైటాలో these are called important points. బ్రయోఫైటాలో important points. Important points. These are called amphibious plants. Amphibious plants of the plant kingdom. Amphibious plants. Amphibious plants అని ఎందుకన్నాము? Because they live in shady, moist places. Next, amphibious plants అన్న తర్వాత చెప్పాల్సిన పాయింట్, water is essential for fertilization, and the predominant phase in the life cycle is gametophyte. and sex organs. Female sex organs and male sex organs. Whether they develop on the same plant or not, that depends on the type of the plant, type of species, but they are produced. Vegetative reproduction and also sexual reproduction occurs. Alternation of life cycle is alternation of generation. Alternation of generation is seen. So these are the main features of bryophytes. Male sex organs are called antheridia. Female sex organs are called archegonia. ఇవి ఫ్యూజ్ అయిన తర్వాత మేల్ అండ్ ఫీమేల్ గెమెట్స్ ఫ్యూజ్ అయిన తర్వాత వచ్చే స్టేజ్ స్పోరోఫిటిక్ ఫేజ్. ఓకే, సో దీస్ ఆర్ ద ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఫీచర్స్ ఆఫ్ ద bryophytes. I hope you have understood, and if you want to remember, if you want to understand more, you have to rewind the video, and once again you open the book, listen the class first, and then open the book and read the concept. It will help you for your better understanding. All the best for your exam, and all the best for your future.